Hi, I'm Lacey Szerlip. Today is January 26th, 2021. I have 817 Instagram followers. My most liked photo is my graduation photo from Purchase last year. My connection to Blackwolves is a friend introduced me to Logan and Jeremy, and they connected with me and asked me to stage manage a show for them while I was in college. To me, the Blackwolves Collective is like a family of artists who get to come together and put out things that they are actually passionate about. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do in theater or in movies or any kind of art. Coming into the Blackwolves family, you get to do something that you love and show that to other people. My favorite memory with Blackwolves has to be the first production of DNA that we got to do in college, the first time I ever got to work with Blackwolves at all. And it was such an interesting experience because I've never been able to do a production so technically different than any other production. It was outdoors. It didn't have any of the real technical parts that most productions have, where there's people controlling sound or controlling lights. It was all together with the actors, and it was kind of amazing to see a different type of theater be done. My favorite moment so far in my career has to be getting to work in Minnesota at the Commonweal Theater, because it was the first time I was actually paid to do the thing that I love, and I got to stage manage 3 shows in less than 6 months, and it was kind of an amazing, fast-paced experience where I got a lot of, experience that I did not have before, and I was very lucky to get the opportunity to do that. I feel like the most important thing right now has to be health. Like, as much as I want to say that the most important thing to me right now is getting my name out there and getting to work on the things that I love, health is so much more important with everything going on, and with the fact that theater isn't actually going on outside. It's really nice to be able to do the work that I'm doing online and virtually, but health is what's most important right now, and looking out for the people I love to make sure that they're just as healthy as I am is very important to me. So I don't have one favorite movie. If you ask me this in a normal circumstance, I'd say I have a top 5 or top 10. But I'll give you a couple movies that have shaped me throughout my life. So that would be Princess Bride, Moulin Rouge, and The Goonies. My favorite color has and always will be purple. I'm one of those people. Everything in my room is purple. Purple is just the best. Always. Pressure is, it's the one thing that keeps me moving is my pressure on myself. And I know that that's a terrible thing to say, but the pressure that I put on myself, it makes me keep wanting to do the things that I love. I mean, as much as the pressure from other people hurts and is not a fun thing to have, at least it's pushing me towards a goal that I know that I should achieve at some point. So yeah, pressure is everywhere. Right now, my number one pet peeve is people who don't know how to use blinkers, because it drives me insane working every day, driving to my dogs, and no one uses a blinker anymore. Why? Why is this not? Okay. And then when it comes to theater, I'd have to say a big pet peeve for me are people who are not on time. If you're late, it's not just your part of this play or you're part of anything that you're doing that is being messed up by you being late. Everyone else has to be pushed back on their time of what they're doing just because you had to be late. not okay. Be kind to yourself, especially with everything that's happening. Be patient and be kind and let yourself take time away from everything else just to breathe, because you really need to just breathe. Relax a little bit. It's okay to not be on top of everything, because no one right now is on top of everything. The biggest name that I've worked with is Logan Bruner, the man who got me into this collective, which I appreciate more than anything. Has to be the biggest name that I've worked with. Or in Los Angeles, in theater, the biggest name I've worked with is a man named James Blackman, who has gotten a lot of recognition for his productions. He's a big producer out in LA when it comes to nonprofit theaters. Eva Van Ho, he is an amazing director, and all of the work that he does is so technically diverse, and no one does such technically diverse theater out here at all. It's so interesting to see the difference all of his productions have, the small things that he does that no one else thinks about doing, the blood, the doing things on sand, or he's very interesting in his directing style, and I would really love to work with him. I don't have a favorite artist. I have a lot of artists that I love, that I follow. People like David Tennant, Matt Smith, Maya Rudolph, or I follow singers like Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish, but I don't have a favorite right now at all. You will never know everything. Keep learning, keep listening to what other people have to say, because there's so much new technology coming around and so much new things that you don't even know, and you just have to keep learning. That's all. I'd like the arts world to be able to be the arts again. I mean, it's crazy that we're not even able to go and see live theater anymore. But I want to see what changes in theater because of the virtual shows that have happened, because of all of the new advances with virtual technology. I want to see what we can bring to the stage that we learned this past year that we never thought about bringing to the stage before. Snapchat. I feel like Snapchat is the easiest way for me to communicate with people, to see their faces, especially when it comes to the people that I love that don't live anywhere near me, because I'm from California. Most of my friends are still on Snapchat who are in California, and I can just see their faces without having to be in person. And I feel like Snapchat is much more personal than texting, and I'm terrible at texting, but for some reason I'm great at Snapchat. Other than Snapchat, I'd say Instagram, I guess, but I almost never use Instagram. Motivation. Because we were all stuck inside and doing nothing for months on end, the motivation to get up and do things is not as easily presentable than it was. And I need to get back to being motivated to do the things that I love, because I do love these things, and I'm passionate about theater, and I'm passionate about reading, and I'm passionate about so much, and I just don't do it as much anymore. And I need to push myself to be motivated to do that. I do a couple of things. First, I would buy my mom a house, because she has done so much for me in my life, and she deserves so much. And she has always wanted to own a house again, and I would love for her to be able to do that. And then I would pay off my student loans, and then I would give all of the rest of the money to charities, because there are so many people out there that need money more than I do. And I think that they probably deserve it more than I do as well. Thanks for watching, guys. You can come see me more about my life and about things that I'm doing on Instagram at LaceyZip1. But I am trying to get better at posting there. I will get better, I promise. But other than that, I hope you're all having a lovely new year. And see you around.